MPP for ende more da munda nyamiase. Munda nyamiase say akoma eda His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akumem no eya akoma pa. Nanka mo betie hwia. Hey. Nanka mo betie hwia. You see, when I come and I sit here and I tell you guys, say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to the maintenance. Papa no ni suban bi wo ho to de bia maintenance. He's worthy to be emulated. He's worthy to be a mentor. What you say? Aside everything else. Oh dear, me say I'll come to the story, don't worry, but I want to say something. Me say chi afenyo ma ke nebisa no. Obeka no kwari natural. Say politics aside. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's a fine gentleman. Me say odie pe MPP ni bia wo say oye top MPP ni ne bisa no obeka tell say odie politics inti na ya no mo kasetia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama papa no won oya ne bonekra no ohia wo baby a me say go and listen to Archbishop Duncan Williams asemo a wo kan nansen se wo bi di Mahama bone na nini na aba asem no so mo fa nche me but I say me ka Archbishop Duncan Williams say wo bi di Mahama bone a wo no Archbishop Duncan Williams onim emra na Mahama wo opposition ono Archbishop Duncan Williams ni Mahama ehia ni pakro na Mahama no sre o jiji ni pakro ne so no Archbishop Duncan Williams say na papa ya koma be na dani mu bone a me ne wo ya we say ni pakro we ye di bone a in the first place ukra wo magana fonti ye say ni pakro na dia wo di ye uni MPP ni o wo magana fonti say di odi ye uni ni we hia ni wo krom Samson ne sre gin fel so wa forget say bone no Archbishop Duncan Williams so yes of pon so for penny was surprised. Say akoma be ne da papa yi mu onti ase and the MPP for you experience akoma pa no. Assembly ni na ne say breaking news eba and say Asaase radio Wontumi FM any other pro MPP radio stations no you close your mo down and they are na fe NDC for name age say send your mother here NDC no and then you see it because one of the things are the hardcore NDC for air which say N2 MPP for. Now say we hear Asaase radio, we hear Senate Talks Politics. Video me de buy on MPP mamena e friend no Ellen. Intro wo ba be try say ende zomi. 80 cedis ne intro be bra wo try no say ni Asaase radio. Na so hear Asaase radio ne chairman Wontumi ne FM station na okokoti omo enya ntro nkwa na mo twa. Enti NDC core NDC for omo say senia insio toye no sa na ewia e wo say ebo. Enti they have been on the neck of a year NCA. Se senia omo close radio go omo ba be ye mobo wo krom ha. Senia omo close down radio go no. The same thing should happen to MPP media. Enti enne asem we ba ye no Asaase radio any chairman Wontumi ne FM ne DND ye closing it down. Ye beti an say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Trinity or say hey Mr. Radio stations MPP radio stations now we closing it down no mo bra back no mo bra me see MPP for more asede bia mo fama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akoma pa wo mo asede bia mo fama papa no ate. Because na mo radio stations ne cry dey enya atemdie na mo didi no mo fanga se ntia no nende NCA close it down na Mahama nkasa de enkrata ba bontia wo se immediately NCA ade na wa ya we close chairman Wontumi ne Asaase radio any the stations down no jai for mo bone chomo mo mbra bone bia wo mo aye bia no mo fa nchomo bone bia wo mo aye bia mo fa nchomo se ye sika o eye ka o eye boni benyu mo fa nchomo no mo mbra omo ye omo adwuma MPP adwuma no omo ye no omo nye hey we are sure say wa wo tie mi no we dwa say Mahama credit ni Mahama credit ni we are sure say obu afu Ubuefu. But aside everything else, you see, yeah, ye Christopher, ye di Christo ichino. Eya kumapa webi na Christo opese yenyano. Eya kumapa webi na Christo opese yenyano. Yeah, there are some people in this world, Omon said that. Encrophobia wo wiase we mu. Omun shira na edo so no. Nyankopon be shira omo na wakwa akọ shira wo mo chimba. Omon said that. Do you know why? Because of akoma edo mu. Na me nsheda nyin sa. But the mehu wo wiase mu no. Omo a wo mo akoma eya akoma party say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Wo ye ne bone kra na still ase wo de oba be pa ne chewo de chewo san krofo no. Wo de say yo mumpo na abrabo no so mu ehu so a omunchimba ebehu abrabo so because of akoma pa no mo de tina wiase mu. People are not going to be happy with him. Some may call him soft. Ebi mbetimi aka say wo de you soft dodo. That be obi your boni a wonso ye ni bi. Some may say that. But me say eno na nyame ope. Tamunia, let me tell you a Bible before we go into the story. Asem we ya asem ya akama koma nti o say me kasa fa ho. Bible story. Mo nia mo kai Jonah, the story of Jonah. No mo ye Christopher no, the story of Jonah. Nyankopon soma Jonah say Ninive omu dibone kona kwa woni omu se mebe se omu mebe mu omu akonkwa asumu mebe tio omu ka boni a womu dinti Jonah yese wonko Jonah kwakotena boat fufuro mu a se Ninive ewo etifia Jonah namanafo chese wo se ono wonko somana nyame asomana no wonko. Who read the Bible no Satan and not get Jonah na yenti ase. Nti Jonah nam insuo ni so konana asochi ni yes boden no. Nipa kra no ye captain of the boat who said dabi. Boat ni mintwi boat ma asochi mbo say da. Nti asochi bo say a obi kan ye ho a ne hu nti. Ti ono nso ne nyankoma de no hu say eye Jonah. Na wo ye the fault. Na Jonah na agi tu mu say no kware. Eye me nyame asoma me. Ena me se me nko ena wa ma ade we to yan wonsuo ne so at the end of the day ena ye to Jonah etu nsuo nim ena bonsu no be fa no ebe fe no egu nsuo ano ena Jonah ekọ Ninive. Jonah kọ ho no ena okokọ wo ne Ninive fo se wonyankopon si mudi bone na bone a mudi nti akoti abeba musuni ehwa na Ninive fo no edi esun jadwo etete o matare fasti ye bompa ye tre nyame se nyame fa ye boni kyen yo ye nya biomo fa ye boni kyen yo ye nya biomo fa ye boni kyen yo ye nya biomo omusungu nyame so na nyame de o mo boni chom no ka se boni a na nka me se me de beba mo so akechi me se me de beba mo so no me man ba mo so biom na fe Jonah buefu ni buefu wega se ehwa na Jonah o ma yeti ase de nti ana nyame so ma no osi onko no se won wenti kra na me mpese me ba no Jonah buefu nyame se wenti kra na me mpese me ba no wenti kra na me mpese me ba na minim se nkrofo we sugu so audio mo bone be che omo ade na nyame wote sa wo ye mobro ho fudodo nyame wo ye mobro ho fudodo nkrofo idi bone chiomuka omo diboni etia unso chiomuka ninja na odi omo bone chiomu Jonah suegu nyame so wenti kra na osoma me amese me mba no dunim se odi omo bone be chiomu ade ninja na osoma me ema me baaye na nyame yes Jonah me betre onyansa Jonah wie ye wonam ewia bone so na okohye edua bi ase ojiji na home Bible ne say Jonah eba be do edua no because emra na ewia bona wo bre no edua no ena ma ne shade ehwa na nyame ma worm eba be infecti edua no ena edua ne wuye afa Jonah buafu ena nyame ka trense se wo hunyansa amatrel wo de ne de ye dua o onu ponye nipa a wo do edua no na wa do edua na ende edua na ewu mpo no won sa ahyew enti me nipa me ma bo nipa a wo mo ye nipa no o si me nti omoka na nko mu se won enti ende wat me nya me ma se de enti a me de omo bo ne che omo because me domo me na me bo nipa me do nipa ehwa na Jona tin nyame ase se nya nyame odo yen a ode ye bo ne che yen no ehwa na Jona o tin nyame ase na we me kwa si se enye obi ana ne ni beje se ade we ya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama waye no enye obi ana ne ni beje but me the Jonah story no ene de to ko ama obi ana ne nji bia no obehu masa MPP4 munda His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ase wate mukoda munda nase because whatever you see he didn't say oh or say boni bia mo de Mary didn't cry na chemo but first let's go to the stories Mr. I had to take time to explain things. Now let's go to the story. I'll say government shuts down Wontumi FM, Asaase radio, others reports. I say the government has reportedly shut down 2 radio stations affiliated with the opposition New Patriotic Party, Wontumi FM and Asaase radio. The shutdown of the 2 radio stations follows the National Communications Authority directive for immediate suspension of operations of more than 60 FM broadcasting stations across the country. Asaase radio, Wontumi, and then other radio stations are now 60. All of these radio stations, no, yes, say a pro MPP radio stations. Because even though the government did not share a list of the media houses which have been shut down, reports by several media houses have corroborated the report of the NCA authorized shutdown. The report indicated that 62 FM radio stations, including Wontumi FM and Asaase radio, have been shut down for failing to comply with broadcasting regulations. Inti regulations be what I find the broadcasting regulations more fairly, and indeed me say what we here Senate talks politics. Mami a friend no Ellen ni video me ba be ye ho nsem no wo here plainly oba be twantro, and it is against broadcasting regulations. If you can sit on your radio station and blatantly lie to Ghanaians against the broadcasting regulations, it is a NCA for acting no more close down Asaase radio, no more close down chairman Wontumi radio stations entiambra because mo from broadcasting regulations so mo betena mo chairman Wontumi ni FM ne so na mo kasa ye ni na ye hu intro amotwa na nya ho na bi mu kokotwa ntro about the election, and crime has no expiry date. It is aboneni ni na no mo tiamra wase ye ni mu dili. Inti the National Communications Authority no, they are well within their rights. So wo mu hu ne say wa shada ba betena radio so use so platform no di twantro. It's not even about aban no. But to twantro ato Ghana for air tre Ghana for. You don't deserve to go on air. You don't. And that they wo kan no china bi. Na wa kwa kan bi fufuro. O china ye ni beti yan no. Na wa kwa fa obi aba be twantro afa bi ho aba beto say eduro bi say wo mo nkofa na nkrofo kokowu a ne ekoye ne den. It is well within their right to close down your radio stations because what ya emra broadcasting regulations no ya knowingly we control. As a Wontumi FM Stakrade outlets are reportedly among the affected radio stations listed in an NCA's enforcement action announced on Wednesday, June 12, 2025. The statement by the NCA indicated that out of 62 media houses that were shut down, 28 were found to be operating with expired authorizations, while 14 received authorization but failed to set up operations within 2 years, breaching the regulatory timelines. 13 are operating under provisional authorization despite having paid the required fees. The remaining 7 stations paid provisional fees, but final authorization is pending due to non-fulfillment of requirements under Regulations 54 of the Electronic Communications Regulations. New Patriotic Party stalwart Gabriel Tredakun, who is reportedly the chairman of Asaase Broadcasting Company, has confirmed the closure of Asaase Radio. Inti Gabriel Tredakun se mo babeka no. Or say, yes, it is true. Asaase Radio 99.5, which celebrates its 5th anniversary Saturday, has been shut down. The general manager informs me it is because the station delayed in renewing its license last year. It was to be renewed by October, but only done in December 2024. Inti Gabriel Tredakun babe confirm say yes, ya shut Asaase Radio down. Na October, and I was say we renew our license. October 2024, MPP wa abe mu no. But omo anye, and omo kokoye no in December. Enu unti ya shut Asaase Radio down. Gabriel Tredakun came out to confirm. But for people who want to know what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama did, this is a release, breaking news coming through. Also, President Mahama requests clemency for affected radio stations. I say more da, Gabriel Tredakun more da, munda nyamiase wate. More da, munda nyamiase. MPP for mun. Charlie. Ebronika se clemency anache se ehumobro. Sani America se Jonah na osu engu nyame so se wo nyame wo ehumobro dodo no. Aha. Clemency no no mercy. Etre se leniency, mercy, ehumobro. That's the meaning of clemency. So see, President Mahama requests clemency for affected radio station. Nature say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or can actually National Communications Authority say omunye humobro. You see, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obetumi acti. Onano oma yeti as say investigations koswa. He will not interfere. Meboa, yes. Onano kan. He could have easily but Emra ye closely radio gold and the light, What did Ekufado, what did Eslo Usu them say? As some of can say Emra. They had nothing to do with it. Radio gold for a yomu mistake and ye close yom da meboa. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama could have used that same route, and there was nothing anyone could have done to him. There was nothing Anna could be abeka etia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So you saw that route, Ede Kansaya. Meboa mon kanjem se meboa. He could have easily done that. Oh, yes, he close Asaase Radio down. Oh, na ene omo ye dey. Oh, na so mo di bone. Yes, see licenses ewu October. Na when renew no sa October na. Say we di bone. Na media e fa me ho ben. Easily. But say President Mahama requests clemency for affected radio stations. Osre Boniface munhu omomobo enye he. Omo di bone, wo di enye he. As the President John Dramani Mahama has directed the Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation to liaise with the National Communications Authority to immediately restore the broadcast of 64 radio stations affected by the regulator's action. The President believes that the regulatory compliance must take into account the need to uphold and enhance media freedom. So you know His Excellency John Dramani or say there should be media freedom in this country. Media na mfa no so mo kaseti ame. Media freedom mo makwan no mo kan de mo beka. And that's requiring radio stations to shut down while awaiting the regulation of their authorization could limit the space for expressing such freedoms. Uko shati omo down wa limit omo. The President has asked the minister to work with the NCA on a reasonable time frame within which the affected stations should regularize their authorization. Now, utu say anopa we Sam George ede cryptic message be ebe to social media. Na mi hu ne say e ade we hunti. Sa ade we hunti no. Cryptic message not be to social media no say em so no person say today was going to be a good day. Ati ase. Ena no. Na Charlie Mahama pa. Hey, Jawaju. Hey, Mama. Hey, when day? Hey, Mahama pa. Hey, senya na NDC fu ni da pa. Senya adie angrofo we di radio go na ke bi ntu omo pa no. Hey, Yes, I get so. Yes, let's see your drama. Now, the funny thing is, say, Embra story never about na MPP phone be F. I say, hey, Mahama Trimorden, we're closing down MPP radio stations. Ni Trimorden. Afe, a bar bontia Mahama Kase, more for more bonnet chomo no mumbra back no. Afe say MPP for no moon umbeka. Because na komo to omoban komeka so Mahama na share that car say closing it down so that ebe looky say oye ni papa bi. But omudi ngama be ka say ni Trimorden. Ati ase because of my closing radio stations in Nigeria afi or the ababium into beka den. Afi di omu hu di omonka. Let's read some comments. I say we say Mahama for Ballon d'Or. I say this is why I rate and respect Mahama. Fact that MPP closed down stations arbitrarily does not mean it should be repeated. Way to go. Charlie. Mahama Pao. Mahama free so NDC for even though Mahama is I'm saying NDC for Yebenya Mahama necessary no. I don't know. But even though Mahama has mentored a lot of people in the NDC, Papa no Yebenya necessary no. Yebenya Papa necessary no. Nah check. I'm not going to lie to you. Yebenya Papa necessary nah check. Charlie. I say President John Mahama is a different breed. Cause where Sami Jemfi ne personal aid. Your friend no Anan Perry. I say ono crowd atone so. I say Mahama. I say bring back sanity into Ghana. This is the country we want. Abain Papa, but indeed. We are gonna build the Ghana we want, a better Ghana. Obi say, why don't you cut the tail of a snake? We target the head. I miss Nanado. Or say, I miss Nanado. Only actions. Or say, I miss Nanado. Only actions. No pardon. CJ will go. But it is 5 months now. If it's Nanado, she's a gone a long time. NDC and sympathy. Like they watch the cloth of Jesus Christ. We say, Obiasha the NDC for the Asamodia Mopesa Motresa Mopen Amodonyame. As the NDC 4% Motresa Mopen Amuni Yesu Christo. MPP the more time no more the Bonnie way. And you see, when the NDC was in opposition, once I make us ask them. So what has senior MPP for nya NDC for dio mo ponia NDC nya MPP pe or say dabi. Me say in this country, we should thank God. And I'm going to say, I've said it on countless occasions and I'm going to say it again. Okay? Yes, sorry, I'm not power. Young mom pie and Nanyamiase. Young mom pie a pani and Nanyamiase. Say, Ghana ha, NDC mum, and omo free military background, and the MPP mum, and omo claims omo democratic. Because any anyama chrome ha won, nanka MPP mum ne koko free military background e by anka Ghana yetiati. Because the truth of the matter is say omo carry out the democracy of this country a NDC. Say MPP wa bemwa, you know their true intent. Say they don't have anything to do with democracy. They don't want to do anything with democracy. It is just a facade. MPP for in the name of it is just a facade. And when they are in power, we see it. We know. But NDC, that interna me say na say Gen Z is for no omuni na no obe say ne maame supporting MPP ne papa supporting MPP ba obi sa no say ono to ma NDC because omo adwen no de na mpanyifo ne ka na nya no mu hu they are seeing things for themselves today because they are seeing say NDC ame maame ne me papa ka say tia no ye kan omo mom na omo je democracy di omo mom na omo bu oman ni yi. And it is one of the things Abua NDC winning massively the 2024 elections. Into one the Obika. Indeed, there no quarry, but we sat in this country. The MPP closed down pro NDC radio station. What did Akufo-Addo do about it? He could have easily said "Semon for Mobon in Chomo, Meboa." But what did he do about it? NDC had to bargain in their second term when they had a hanged parliament. They had to bargain. Because at time na eslousu ye be appointing no ano munim say NDC betumi ato abetia no say one nani minister biom so they had to bargain ansana yema radio gold eba biom meboa nanka MPP for ewo omo numbers in parliament like the first term, just as the second term, and come see NDC impo. But once NDC nya no, and when idea we are actually NDC for a take na kenwa no. He nanka idea we His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wan fan ba nanka Asaase radio, they are gone. Nanka Chema Wontumi ni radio stations, they are gone. Kenwa no. But Mahama ba na ayobi ya no, oka say NDC for kra. Ekufuado de no mfi mu. Ono de na obom wechimode na mo de as a great directive, a listening and empathetic president. Hail the first gentleman of the land. President Mahama is not vindictive at all. I say 1 billion more years for the NDC to govern. I say we never had such with Pharaoh. I say that was such a ridiculous move by the NCA. You are really doing too much these days. I say settings Spanish hey into where your MPP ni, and I say settings. I say so you tell your minister to close them down, and then you come back as the hero, the well-meaning president, and say allow them to operate proper PR. I mean, some people will also say oh Mahama Shutdown no ye we Mahama Shutdown no ye we. I say abai papa and it is not about you do me I do you vendetta. And no. Ye be so be say when did your country gain independence? Because 7 December 2024. As a great move, they should be held responsible, but due diligence must be done. As the protection of ballot box for 2028 go hard, I swear, our poor sympathy party. To where you NDC ni. As you know 2028, don't go protect the ballot box and NDC biom. The NDC for epe e humo bordodo. Omu humo bordodo. Listen, they say I know a lot of people are not going to be happy, but Ghana for yena nyamiase say at least we have such a political party. Nanka NDC 4 years say the MPP 4 years ni nano. Meaning that day we are making a lot of you guys listening to me are not going to be happy. Meaning say day we are making a lot of you are not going to be happy. But we should thank God. We should thank God. The only people holding this country together are the NDC party. I kid you not. The only people holding this party together are the NDC party. Yenda nyamiase because nyama bi wo see MPP 4 Anyway, I say Mahama cry, they make the job hard. At least make them shut Wontumi radio down for 1 week. Be can say Mahama mo ejuma na ye ding. And catch my Wontumi in the radio station 1 week be me and shutting it down. And say ye shutting radio station it down na afenyu marking or call parliament o soon or parliament say chairman Wontumi cry but nebe na why and I ye ni say but nebe na why ni say. Obviously so now the law is not the law. This is a bad precedence, and it is how systems get compromised. JM, please don't be in haste to prove you are different. To be as someone walk catch Mahama saying TCC and Mbra na. I don't know the omobone chomo. Omo di boni. Charlie. Yeah, so omo di boni. Didn't tell the omobone a chomo. We are just idea waiting. Obi beka say, "Hey, any chairman Wontumi a almost say omo ba be pouch no. Not just Mahama obetie a chopper no." Ene dey MP ni. Aye. Ene dey yenso so. Chairman Wontumi chopper ne dey yenso so be shremo. Asi so what do you make of this situation? Does it suggest that the minister is not in sync with the president? Because an issue of this magnitude should ideally have been discussed at cabinet level or, at the very least, communicated to the presidency. Hey, Ghana. It was if I'm fully in Nkwa. I say, no worse. I say, you guys should make some serious research at graphic. They are still working for MPP. I say, Mahama know the game inside rough. We see NDC there, oh no. So, obviously people are not happy. But all the people who are not happy, we say, tell your people we give them 2 weeks. He's already blocked the incoming press conference by the minority. And not just a minority here, but a press conference. It's Mahama we are blocking press conference. Anyway, share your thoughts. And with this one, I know a lot of you are not going to be happy. And I understand. I understand you, But then Mahama has taken his decision. Montreal, your comment box ni mo medase.